My name is Jeff Spolstra. I'm with Summit Mortgage, and this is Mortgage Points. Today I'm going to talk about what are called derogatory credit items. Derogatory credit items are things like foreclosures, short sales, bankruptcies, charged off accounts, bad things that have happened in your credit that are going to show up on your credit report. Now, a lot of people don't have to worry about this because they don't have them, but some people do. And I get questions like, how long do I have to wait before I can buy a home again? Or how long is this going to be on my credit and affect my credit score? Both valid questions. So let's talk a little bit about that. Pretty much anything that happens on your credit report, whether it's good or bad, is going to be there for 7 years. Credit report is a 7-year look back into your history. So if you had a bankruptcy that was started and or discharged 5 years ago, it's going to show up on your credit report. If it happened 10, 11, 12 years ago, not going to see it. It's going to be off your credit report history. But it still could show up if it's been recent than 7 years. That goes for foreclosures, short sales, all that kind of stuff. It's going to hang on there for 7 years. Does that mean I have to wait 7 years before I can buy a home? No, not necessarily. Different types of derogatory events have different waiting periods, again, kind of depending on some different types of loans too. But you don't necessarily have to wait the whole 7 years. Let's take a look at this chart. This chart shows the waiting periods after certain derogatory events. For example, bankruptcy. Chapter 7 or Chapter 11, you need to wait 4 years from the discharge date before you can think about buying a home again. Chapter 13, 4 years from the dismissal date, 2 years from discharge. What's the difference? Dismissal means your bankruptcy case didn't go to the end. It was terminated early or dismissed early. There wasn't a final discharge ruling. Discharge means it went all the way to the end. There was a final discharge ruling, and some of your debts may or may not have been discharged from you. So either 2 or 4 years, depending on the outcome of your case. If you've had multiple bankruptcy filings in the past 7 years, then it's going to be 5 years that you've got to wait. Foreclosure. If you had a mortgage foreclosure, you defaulted, the lender took back the home, sold it, it was a completed foreclosure process, you're going to wait 7 years, the whole shebang. If, however, you did a deed in lieu of foreclosure or a short sale or some other means of avoiding the foreclosure itself, then it's a 4-year wait. So these are the times that you need to wait when any of these things happens in order to be considering buying a home again. Now, there are things like extenuating circumstances that can shorten some of these periods, but they're pretty rare. This is what you typically are going to need to be waiting for. So bankruptcies and foreclosures are the worst of the derogatory hits to your credit. There are other things that can happen too. Late payments that drag on forever, having your accounts go into collection because you've stopped paying, or the credit card has just forgiven you, shouldn't say forgiven, but they've just closed out your account. Charged off is the term that's used, which means they took the hit and they're not coming after you for the money any longer. Those are derogatory items too. Those kinds of things we can sometimes correct and get rescored, especially if you agree to, say, pay some amount to a credit card company to have them take that off of your credit or have it be rescored in a different way. But they're going to hang on there for 7 years too. So it's going to be a while. It's going to be a grind before that stuff stops affecting your credit, unless there's some intervention done to try and make it go away sooner, or as in the case of foreclosures and bankruptcies, you just got to wait. There's not much more we can do about it. So that's the waiting periods for derogatory credit items. This is Jeff Spolstra with Summit Mortgage, and this again has been Mortgage Points.